We have another special guest that's the first time I see him in the uniform in the interfaith meeting. Apparently he has been had a busy day. I really appreciate that you are here, Chief Downing, Lieutenant Chief of the LA Police.
Well, thank you, Dr. Namazikhah, and it's an honor for us to be here representing Chief Beck and our officer, our outreach team, Mike Kozak. I too, as we all have been reading about the chaos and the ripples, and it seems that there are no calm ponds anymore. But I must say that with leaders like the Congresswoman and Sheriff Baca and Karen Bass and this Interfaith Council, we have such a model here in this region, a model that can be emulated and taken across the nation for what is good and what really works. I spent today at the Humanitarian Day, a day where Muslims came together to give to those less fortunate and learned many lessons. I came back to the office and just wrote down a few thoughts. With all the chaos going around, a few thoughts, and I'd like to share those with you, if I may. We're proud to live in the United States as Americans, a country founded upon constitutional principles of tolerance, equality, and religious freedoms. As Americans, we're committed to these principles, and we condemn the opposite. We condemn bigotry, hatred, intolerance by anyone individually or organizationally, especially those who murder others in the name of religion or those who target others for practicing a certain faith. It seems as though we are in an era where there are no calm ponds, where chaos is fueling the two sides of extremism. Those who are set on killing innocent people and waging war on our country because they believe that it is the will of God, and those who demonize and express a phobia over 1 billion people because of the right to practice one of the great religions in the world. As an American society, we should condemn the act of burning the Quran, a sacred text for millions of Americans and others around the world, just as we would condemn burning all sacred texts. However, should this aberrant act occur, let our dissonance be through our expression of free speech and not violence. Let reasonable minds prevail. Let leaders emerge. And let this act of ignorance be diluted by our common humanity and understanding of what it is to live in a land supported by the pillars of justice, truth, and peace. To have peace, we must have justice. To have justice, we must have truth. And it is this that provides hope for a society enriched by diversity and tempered by your wisdom. Today, as I said, I was part of this Humanitarian Day. 10 years in the running. It didn't just happen. This group has been at it for the past decade, where people from Muslim communities gather to serve those less fortunate by providing food, medical screening, school supplies, and unbelievable acts of kindness. I saw people leading and serving with a servant's heart. As Ramadan is in its final week, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for the struggle you had through fasting. We all hope that your prayers for a more peaceful world, one built on progress, light and knowledge and understanding, wins out over ignorance and darkness. Let us remember Americans around the world, including Muslims, Christians, and Jews, and people of other faiths who were murdered on September 11th, American servicemen and women of all faiths who lost their lives in the war since, and innocent civilians of all faiths who have died in those wars, and to honor their sacrifice. We can make a stronger society, a greater nation, and a world freer by reaffirming our American principles. Our Constitution, of which we are sworn to uphold, allows for a future few countries enjoy. A future of equality, a future of opportunity, a future of prosperity, and one where we can appreciate the differences and share in humanity's influences. Inshallah.